Seems like there's always something. Last Friday, filled up this 30-something gallon fuel tank in this truck. Made it about 200 feet and it quit running. We did every check we could find. Looks like the fuel pump is out. So 30 gallons times 7 pounds is 210, plus about 40 pounds for the tank. That's bumping on 250. If you try to drop the tank under a truck like this with no lift, 240 feels about 700. So decided to go ahead and pull the bed. So I took all the bolts out. There's 8 bolts on here, 18 millimeter, and I just cut the ground strap. There's 2 bolts right here. They're hex Torx. I think it's like a Torx 30. There's a plastic clip that goes in here. Got it out. There's 2 wiring harnesses, one for each tail light. Plugs into a block right under here. This is a work truck model. Can't tell you what something else would do. I'm gonna check across the back or across the front and see if there's 2 more bolts. This is a long bed, so I was thinking 8 bolts would be the total, but I don't know for sure. But I want to use that right there as my force multiplier, and I'm going to pull the bed off, and then I can just lean over and swap out the fuel sending unit and the pump without any trouble. It took me 15 minutes to get the bolts out. So now, oh, and what I used, I had a swivel. The second one's on the front from the cab, the second one's back. You can't get an extension on there with the socket, so I found the swivel. I don't know what size it is, but it was just close enough to work, and I was able to rattle gun it off. That was a blessing. So anyway, I'm going to hitch it up. Probably just going to pull it off with the ladder rack and go from there. Well, I think I got it rigged up. I got 5 ratchet straps on there. What I did was I hooked it to all of these hooks on the bed, all 4 corners, and these heavy toolboxes, they should ride right along. And then on the ladder rack, I got this big strap here, keeping it from tipping forward when I pick it up, because this long front right here is going to get it off center. So I guess we're going to figure this out, see what happens. All right, let's give it a tug, see what happens. Well, as my boy up in North Carolina on fishing and stuff would say, that's all she wrote. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call a done deal. I'm gonna spray this off with the water hose, pop this loose, get that new fuel pump in there. We'll be firing her up here in just a little bit. I don't think the bed's gonna go back on exactly like it came off though. Kind of got crooked, but that's all right. Whoops. It's gonna be okay. We'll get it done. So I want to show you something on this fuel tank, this fuel pump. I was pulling all these hoses off and this one broke. It was plugged into this blue one here. These are pretty standard. You just squeeze them and it unlocks. You slide it right off. Had them off in like 5 seconds. I pulled and pulled on this one. This one, it lays in here like this, but this blue thing was all the way down. And you have to squeeze these 2 tabs on the bottom side of this and push it up before it will unlock. And once you pop it up like that, this is the blue one, then it'll slide off the end of that tube. And it is the one right here. And that's the fuel pump. Doesn't look bad. There's some black right there. I guess that means it burned up. Anyway, I'm gonna clean this up, put a new O-ring on there, put it back together. I know all you smart Alex are wondering, why ain't I done yet? Well, this Chinese knockoff fuel pump, this tab right here, is in the wrong place compared to the old one, which I'm thinking is OEM. Plus, it's a lot thicker. So, I got it wrapped up with our best towel, and I'm gonna cut that tab off because I don't think there's a better way to handle that. And just like that, we call that a done deal. 100% OSHA approved safety. Directed all the sparks away from this bowl of gas down here. Perfectly safe. Got my prescription reading glasses on too for safety. Alright, that's it. It's in there as good as it's gonna go. Got it all hooked up. Let's see if she starts. Look at that. Running like a champ. Except for the multiple misfires and the airbag and the tire pressure sensor being out. But other than that, looks like she's good to go. I might need some help lining up this bed though, getting it back on here. But I call that a done deal.